Yeah, I'd be disappointed in your offense if I were you as well. And your defense. You guys let Kirk Cousins get away with only throwing the ball 10 times. Disgrace. You and your shitty quarterback. I don't mean that literally because, more and more as NFL life progresses, I've grown to have a greater appreciation for Atlanta. I also have Julio on the League of Assholes team this year, so I need to tell him to have a good year. And because of questionable drafting decisions by other people in the Progs League, I got Hooper as my tight end. So I need the Atlanta Falcons offense to be good. And right now, you're not being good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Week 2 of the 2019 NFL season. Don't judge the lighting, I'm not a professional at this. I'm just an asshole with a camera that I've had for over about 6 years. I think we're getting close to 6 years on this camera. Hell, the touchscreen don't even work on this anymore. But nonetheless, while it's still alive and kicking, just like my hopes and dreams, we're gonna go on as if nothing's wrong at all. Quick recap of last week. I have all my stats on here, but you'll have them right here. Pretty much how I expected it. Kinda, sort of. Straight up picks, above average, good. Against spread picks, below average. And over-under, completely clueless, because that's just who I am. And of course, high score, low scoring game, we're going to keep track of that too. At this rate, I won't be surprised if both of those are going to say 0-16, or I guess it'd be 0-17, technically. You'll have to check back with me. I'll have to make the decision coming up, but I don't think I'll do those for the playoffs. I don't know. I am undecided, because again, I wing it. I wing these videos. I don't come up with quote-unquote scripts until like the last second. And if there's a funny bit I want to do, I'll do a funny bit. And half the time I even forget to do that funny bit. Again, last second, no scripts. And I do this while everyone in the background of the house is either gone, sleeping, or tied down and tell them to shut up. But yeah, week 1, as usual, also brings us a couple of surprises that we don't expect. Like, I think all of but one game, their combined scores was equal or less to what the Ravens did to the Dolphins this first week. Now, I'm not surprised we won, and I'm not surprised it was a blowout, to be honest. But 59 points. Holy shit balls on the side of a... I don't know what I'm going with here. I'm not Sandy Cheeks, but... that was a performance. And it was a group effort. Lamar had a great game, giving the ball out to the new rookies. Mark Andrews got some. Boyle, Hurst. Mark Ingram ran the ball, I think, for over 100 yards and 2 tutties. RG3 even threw a touchdown pass. So, it was a good team win. And we limited Miami to only 10 points. Granted, up and down, but hey. A 59-10 win, a scoregami win as well. For those who don't know, scoregami is a score that's never happened before. And here we are in the NFL's 100th season. We have a new score that has never been scored before. I really wanted them to put 60 on, to be honest. I saw when they got that time, like, go for 2. Please give me 60. I don't want 60. But I'm just greedy at this point. And because of all that, there's still hate going to Baltimore. Like, oh, it's the Dolphins, it's the Dolphins. Well, okay, people. Tom Brady's heading to Miami this week. And while I wouldn't be surprised if they won by 30 or so, they better put up 59. If they don't put up 59, then I don't want to hear, oh, the Ravens for Lamar. Because, yeah. And I swear, Patriots only put up like 40, and people go, oh, because Brady's 42. Fuck you. Right. Again, I'm going to make this short and simple. I'll have this slide up. Go over and recap. There are 2 double-digit spreads this week. And am I an idiot for taking both of them? Probably. But I must remind you, I think it was last year, week 3, the Vikings and Bills game. It was in Minnesota. The Vikings had a 17-point spread of favoritisms against Buffalo. And people took that. And I think a good 60% of people on Yahoo took them as a survival pick. a whole lot of people were disappointed. Now, granted, Miami looks god-awful. Would it surprise me, maybe not, I won't say win, but if they kept this close? Nah. So, I'm probably an idiot, but I'm going to take the 19 because, I mean, if the Ravens can win by 49, surely the Patriots should be able to win by more than 20. I mean, they beat Pittsburgh by 30. And Pittsburgh's a better team than Miami. So, that is that. Couple other things. For NFC East purposes, I do believe that Dallas and the Washington game will be kept close. And New York, I was kind of impressed. Like, not, like, too impressed, but, like, with the way they played the Giants. I'm kind of leaning... it's like a gut feeling. I'm not 50-50 on this, because let's be real, both New York and Buffalo are going to suck. But I think New York takes this one. I think they steal it out from under Buffalo. Because, you know, Buffalo's feeling good. They had that 16-point comeback to beat the Jets. But both teams, let's be real, look like Garbo. So, you know, in New York, who kept it relevant around Dallas, and, you know, have Saquon Barkley that the NFL loves oh so much, I'll give it to him. And then, yeah, I'm taking Pittsburgh over Seattle because Seattle always struggles on the road in September. They do. Hell, they struggle against Cincy at home. They do. September, they're kind of slow starts for them. Whatever. And Denver to beat Chicago for some of the similar reasons. Denver's a good home team in September. And, you know, yeah. And Chicago is very inconsistent. Can they make the playoffs? They might. We'll see. They always struggle against Green Bay, and now they got to go on the road into Denver, where it's a whole different life when it comes to football field. It's a high altitude. That's why people like the Denver Nuggets to be really good in the NBA this year. Although now with the Clippers and Lakers, good luck with that. But location matters. That's why in December, games like Chicago, Green Bay, all of them outside cold, they matter. So yeah. And outside of that, the rest of these are pretty self-explanatory. Just how it is in the NFL. Just how it is. High scoring, low scoring. Probably kind of obvious, but high scoring, I like the Saints and Rams game. For the sake of two high-powered offenses, two decent but questionable defenses. And every time these two teams play, they tend to drop more than 40 or so points. I mean, their thing is set at 52.5. But it's an early game. It's in LA, where the LA fans don't exist, where the road team fans are more there. But both are high-scoring offenses, more or less. They both dropped 30 this week. I don't see why they both can't drop 30 again. And low scoring, I'm going with the Bills and Giants game because, again, face it, these teams are both really crappy. So, would it surprise me that much if this was like a 9-6 win? No. But it is what it is. So I guess we shall see on that. Alright. And then one quick look into fantasy. I won both my games this last week. Won by a close margin with Micah. Only won by 15. But it could have gone either way, really. He had Watson, I had Hopkins, so then when they connected for 2 touchdowns, as much as it was helping him, it was helping me as well. And then in the Progs League, I got the good old glories of playing Hatbox, or Chris, or whatever we're calling him. I don't know, he hasn't uploaded in like 2 or 3 years, so that Atlanta Super Bowl loss apparently hurts him to this day. I'm allowed to make fun of Atlanta, shut up. But I beat him by what? 80 plus points. I had a good team, they went off. Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry. Team went off. But now, for this week, in the Progs League, I'll get to face a guy whose his team name is the Jackalopes, but on this group chat that we're in, his name is Mike, so I'm just going to call him Mike H. And then in League of Assholes, I get to welcome grand old Nathias, who lost out on a close one to Shawandi. So, there you have that. And now, quick like that. Boom, 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 boom. Keep the facts, make these videos quick, because, you know, the more I ramble, the less likely you'll want to watch this. So, thank you all for joining me for week 2. We're going to get this edited and uploaded quick, and hopefully we don't have to wait until Thursday at the last second. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in next week's video.